Chapter 5 Running, Running, Running. Where is your son? And how about your daughter? Changing her number then piking up and moving while she is still listed as the cosigner, that could be a crime too, you know. You better start calling and get one of them on the phone. Gabriel's legs began to shake and he started to dry heave. Okay, sit him down. He's too old to be under this stress. Marcos ordered. Scott followed him to the couch. Where is your son, brother? You better find him and get him here because we aren't playing around. Gabriel stuttered over his words. I don't know where any of my kids are. Dewey shook his head at Marcos. You said you had no idea who this man was, but it turns out you're related to him. An hour of back and forth went by when Beth finally stated, okay, while you guys figure this out, Marcos is going to take me and Grace back downstairs to look in this car. Hopefully by then Gabriel will have his story straight. Marcos held his breath when Grace and Beth looked inside the car. Deep down he knew their tracks were covered, but he never knew if there was about to be an oopsie with something left out. At least you can prove this car is yours and it wasn't stolen. I'm sure you guys are familiar with that, Beth said. Marcos had a sigh of relief when he was given the all clear. Beth, wait before we go back up the stairs, I need to know what's going on. She motioned to the stairs to take a seat. So what's going on? This family is in a lot of trouble. Antonio is putting a lot of his loved ones in danger because a lot of people rely on him. If he goes away then people might start coming after you, so it's best that he does go away so you guys can move on. I've been dealing with this since I was 14 in Antonio and I started becoming close. That's my cousin though, I love him. I know you do, and I can guarantee what he's doing isn't showing he loves you guys back. Right now you guys are playing the victim and denying you're involved, but if we find out any of the family is involved then it's going to be all bad. Grace added on, and once we get Antonio off the street then all your family problems stemming from him will be gone. I don't know anything though. Just then they heard yelling coming from upstairs. What is going on in here? Beth exclaimed. Gabriel is getting high right in front of us. Marcos shook his head. I have paperwork, I swear. Gabriel shouted, Marcos, get me my prescription receipt. Marcos's hands shook as he handed it over to Scott. This piece of paper laid heavy on his conscience. Just a few minutes later it was quiet. Almost too quiet with the bounties being gone. Gabriel sighed in relief. I can't believe they bought it. And what are you going to do when Antonio is locked up and he can't write you those prescriptions anymore? Hey. Don't talk like that. From now on we deny anything Antonio could be a suspect of. We will never admit to anything he has done even if it's a proven fact. At this point I'm ready to throw Carry On Circle under the bus so it distracts them from us. By then it'll buy us some time to get out of this situation. Don't talk like that. Marcos, you don't get it. These people that belong to the Carry On Circle aren't family like we are. They aren't blood, so they will go down before we do as long as I have control. I'll be back, Marcos said as he shut the door behind him. The sun had just started to set as Marcos made the walk over to the Carry On Circle apartment. He knew that with all of this the only thing he could do was warn the others. This was the last opportunity to show that he cared before Gabriel did something that would affect all of them. He took a deep breath before knocking on the door. Hallie answered with a smile. Since when do you knock, weirdo? She noticed immediately something was wrong by Marcos' expression. Marcos tried to look inside. Who is all here? Me, Zay, Zed, and Bryn. Everyone headed out for the night so it's just us for now. Perfect, can I come in? Hallie raised an eyebrow and stood to the side for him to enter. Yo Marcos, where is your cousin brother? Zay asked. Marcos hesitated.
Yeah.
If he is on the run again, why didn't he let us know? Well, I'm glad you guys already know. Are you serious? He's actually on the run again. Hallie scoffed. There have been a lot of things going on and we are all in big trouble, Marcos said. When was the last time you saw him? Zed asked. He was here last night talking to Gabriel and I about his plan. He left before Maria got home, but you guys have to swear not to say anything. Scott and Beth Bounty just left our house with their whole crew, so Gabriel and I are coming up with a story to try and protect us all. No way, you're kidding. Hallie replied. They were here. Bryn exclaimed, we are all doomed. Not necessarily, that's why we are trying to come up with a plan, but that's also why I wanted to come talk to you guys. I don't know what my Tio is going to say or do, but he sounds like he is set in stone on protecting his family. But we are considered family, right? Hallie asked. Marcos paused, that's how it should be, but you guys aren't blood in his eyes. I told you there was something shady about him that I didn't trust. Hallie said. After everything we have done for him and his family, yet he still sees us as pawns. Zay said in between puffs of smoke. I just wanted to warn you guys on what's been going on. Did you hear Caden is in jail? Hallie responded. Marcos shook his head. Zed added on, yup, we are one man down, so when it rains it pours, right? We ain't going to be next though. Zay said. Keep us updated, all right, said Hallie. Of course. I'll do everything I can because in my eyes you guys are family. Marcos stated as he showed himself out. I can tell you one thing. I don't want to stick around to find out. Zay told. Me neither, I think we need to get out of sight, tonight. Hallie mentioned. I never thought we would be on the run too. Zed laughed. Hallie explained, on the bright side we aren't wanted, so we just need to lay low until this all blows over, then we can either move on or go back to our current lives. And we know that will only happen when Antonio and Tricky are in jail. Speaking of that, have we heard anything from Tricky? Zed asked. Zay shook his head, at this point I think him and Antonio have split, or we would have heard they are running together. Last thing I heard from Tricky is he is doing pretty good. He has just been struggling with going to court, and that's what has been biting him in the ass. Hallie added. I still can't believe Caden is in jail. Bryn said. Hallie gasped. Uh-oh. That's right. We would have to get the money to him by tomorrow, and it probably wouldn't be a good idea to go anywhere near law enforcement. And if we run and they raid our house, then we will be wanted. Zay stated. It's a lose-lose situation, but we just have to decide what will be best for us. Zed added. Our pictures are on so many IDs, so no matter how much evidence we destroy, it'll be difficult to make sure we don't miss anything. Hallie said. Zay responded, maybe that's it. We leave it and just get the hell out of Dodge. Maybe Gabriel will keep everything hush-hush and we won't even get brought into this. The group grabbed as many backpacks as they could and fit as much stuff as they could into them. They worked as quickly but as quietly as they could. They had to make it seem like everything was as normal as possible. It worked perfectly that it was getting dark out too, so that way they could move with the shadows. No notes, no goodbye, just disappearing into the night. The carry-on circle left everything just how it was, but only grabbed the essentials. They had to make it seem like they were coming back even if they never did. Zay and Zed told the girls they could stay at their friend's house down the street for a night, then after that they were on their own. Their friends were straight-up trappers. It helped that they have all met before, so the girls weren't just strangers in a trap home. There were about 20 people crammed into this little townhouse, with furniture replaced with drugs, weapons, and money. If you thought the carry-on circle apartment was bad, this home was 100 times grimer and illegal. Zay and Zed's friends actually came into play a lot when helping them plan their escape. These people were true criminals who hid in plain sight. They never had to worry about getting caught up because people respected them too much. One of the guys drew out a map with motels and resources along the way, with the final destination being a ranch deep past the county line of Los Campos. Whoa, I never knew about this, and I feel like I knew a lot of the hiding spots. Hallie said. One of the trappers traced the route with a knife. This place could get you killed if you do something stupid. You have ex-19th West members hiding out here, criminals on the run, and to your surprise you might find Antonio and Tricky here. Another trapper added on, you should head out tonight and move in the dark. A lot of these motels won't ask questions because they are doing some shady shit too. The first trapper said, we can give you a lift there but after that we aren't involved. The second trapper said, the end goal is to avoid going to jail and not taking people down with you. The carry-on circle nodded and shook hands with the two trappers. The car ride was quiet and casual to avoid drawing any attention to themselves. It was about 20 minutes outside the east side to get to their first destination. Eventually they pulled up to a semi-empty parking lot with a big neon sign in the front that said Boomtown Motel. Good luck, the driver said as the two trappers drove away. You know, I don't even think I know their names, Hallie said to Zay and Zed. Good, they probably want to keep it like that, Zay replied. How did you even meet them? She asked. Zed laughed, the universe works in mysterious ways, but those two guys are some of the most badasses we have ever met. For real, it would suck to lose them, Zay added. Hey, Bryn exclaimed. What? The group jumped together. Nothing, I just haven't said anything for a while, she laughed. Zay and Zed looked to Hallie. Did we have to bring her? Zed rolled his eyes. Yes, because she can be smart when she wants to and because we aren't leaving anyone behind. Zay laughed, my money is on her getting arrested first. Hallie opened the lobby door for everyone. Actually, Caden was the first to get arrested.